What if I told you that you can keep your house clean, really clean, without ever getting down on your knees or scrubbing until your back aches? That's not wishful thinking. That's wisdom gathered from those who've learned the gentler way. In today's video, I'll walk you through 12 cleaning tricks that older adults truly swear by. These aren't tips from a young influencer who's never had joint pain. These are time-tested, no bending, no scrubbing hacks that bring peace to your space and your body. Whether you deal with arthritis, fatigue, or just want to stop battling with a mop, this is for you. I still remember watching my Aunt Ruth, in her late 70s, polish the hallway mirror every Sunday morning. Not because she had to, but because that mirror reflected the pride she took in her home. But over time, her knees gave out, and she struggled. One day, she looked at me and said, "I don't need to clean less. I just need to clean smarter." That stuck with me, because cleanliness isn't about perfection. It's about dignity, comfort, feeling proud of your space without sacrificing your body to do it. So if you're someone who wants a tidy home without the pain, or you've simply grown tired of the old way, grab a warm drink, settle in, and let's explore these little secrets that might just change the way you clean and care forever. Let's start simple, with a trick you can use before you even get up from the chair you're in. Hack 1. Trash can wipe liners. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you cleaned the inside of your trash can? Not just changed the bag, but really got down in there with soap and spray? Most of us avoid it, not because we don't care, but because bending over that deep bin with rubber gloves and a rag feels like an Olympic event. And for what? A chore no one notices until it starts to smell. But here's the simple shift. Line the bottom of your trash can with a wipe. Yes, just a folded disinfectant wipe, or even a paper towel sprayed with vinegar and a few drops of lemon oil. Place it flat under the bag. Every time something drips or leaks, it gets caught, and the scent stays fresher longer. When you change the bag, just toss the wipe too. No bending, no scrubbing, just smart, gentle upkeep. I learned this from my neighbor Marge. She said, "I clean so my home feels like a hug, not a burden." And this one little trick, it gave her back peace in one corner of the house she'd been quietly avoiding. You don't clean the house just to make it look good. You do it so it loves you back. And the best part? You can prep a whole stack of wipes at once, keep them near the bin, and stay ahead of the mess. Small effort, big comfort. Now let's move to something that's not just lazy-friendly, but back-saving too. You might already have it hanging in your hallway. Hack 2. Silicone broom for baseboard dust. You know, for years I used to get down on my hands and knees with a damp cloth to wipe the dust off my baseboards. Not because I loved doing it, but because there was something about those fine little lines of dust that made the whole room feel tired, even when everything else was clean. But bending, crawling, reaching behind furniture, it's not as easy as it once was, and honestly, it's not worth the ache in your knees. That's when I discovered the beauty of a long-handled silicone broom, not the old stiff kind, but one with soft, flexible bristles that catch dust like a magnet. Just a quick sweep along the baseboards, and suddenly, the whole room feels fresher, lighter. No bending, no spray, no getting on the floor. There's something so satisfying about seeing that fine layer of forgotten dust disappear. It's not about impressing guests. It's about looking around your home and feeling like you've cared for the quiet places, the ones most people overlook. You don't clean the house just to make it look good. You do it so it loves you back. And here's a little tip. Add a few drops of essential oil to the broom bristles. Lavender or lemon. As you sweep, you're not just removing dust. You're leaving behind comfort. It turns a chore into a little ritual of peace. Now that we've taken care of the baseboards, let's talk about something even closer to us. Our bed sheets. Because the next hack is about keeping them fresh without lifting a single mattress corner. Hack 3. Suction fixed cleaning cloth. No slips, no wobbles. There was a time when wiping down the bathroom tiles or the kitchen backsplash felt like a balancing act. You'd press the cloth against the wall, and it would slide down before you could finish a single swipe. Or worse, you'd have to stretch on tiptoes, leaning just a little too far, with one hand on the counter trying not to lose your balance. It's these tiny tasks that don't seem dangerous until they are. That's why this simple trick, attaching a microfiber cloth to a suction holder or wall hook, became a little lifesaver in my routine. You just stick it where you need it, whether at hip height or shoulder level, and the cloth stays in place. No more awkward reaching, no more slipping. And best of all, you stay firmly planted on your feet. You can gently rub or press the surface while keeping your balance. I've used this in the shower, by the stove, even to dry mirrors without leaving streaks. It turns a once frustrating job into something calm and manageable. Because the truth is, you don't clean the house just to make it look good. You do it so it loves you back. And staying upright, safe, and confident while doing it? That's love returned, tenfold. Now let's move on to something that sits right under our noses, quite literally. Because the next hack helps your trash can stay fresh without you bending over once. Let's take a look. Hack 4. Upright kitchen. Cleaning with silicone gloves. You know, there was a time when cleaning the stovetop meant bending forward, elbows deep in grease, and trying not to let the sponge slip from your hand. Every movement felt like a little workout, and not the kind anyone over 60 asks for. That's when I discovered a small but mighty change: silicone cleaning gloves with built-in scrubbers. But the real magic? Using them while standing straight, comfortably, with no crouching, no leaning. These gloves turn your hands into gentle scrubbers. You can wet them, add a drop of dish soap, and then run your hand across the surface, like you're petting the counter clean. The grip is secure, and because you're using your own palm and fingers, there's no awkward wrist angle or tiny sponge to hold on to. And best of all, you can stand tall while doing it. No more pressure on your lower back. No more holding your breath over sticky corners. I usually do a quick once-over of the stovetop and backsplash after dinner while everything's still warm and easy to wipe. The gloves hang on a hook by the sink, always ready. They don't look fancy, but they've saved me time, effort, and a few backaches. Because here's something to think about. Cleaning isn't about how hard you scrub. It's about how gently you can care for the space that cares for you. And if we can do it without strain, even better. Coming up next is one of my favorite hacks. It tackles something we all hate: dust in hard-to-reach corners. And you won't believe how easy it is. Let's keep going. Hack 5. The long grabber and cloth trick. For everything that falls. I don't know about you, but ever since I hit my late 60s, picking things up from the floor has started feeling more like a negotiation than a simple task. You drop a spoon, a sock, a paper, and suddenly it's a full-body decision. Do I really need that right now? That's when I met one of the best helpers in my house, the long-handled grabber tool. Now, it's not just for reaching cans on the top shelf. No, this little device becomes a real blessing when you attach a soft cloth or rag to it. Just wrap the cloth around the claws, secure it lightly with a rubber band if needed, and voila! You have a floor wipe that picks up not just fallen objects, but crumbs, wrappers, even that sneaky grape that rolled under the table. It keeps you upright. It protects your knees and your pride. And it turns an ugh chore into a quiet, almost satisfying glide across the floor. I even keep one by the laundry area, for runaway socks and lint balls that love to escape under the machine. Here's a thought to carry with you. Sometimes the smartest tools are the simplest ones that let you keep your dignity and your spine intact. And just like that, we're halfway through our list. But don't go anywhere. Up next is a hack that makes your bathroom sparkle without bending, without scrubbing, and best of all, without soaking your sleeves. Let's keep this momentum going. Hack 6. The magic of walk-off mats. Clean floors without lifting a finger. You know, when I was younger, I never thought much about doormats. They were just there, but let me tell you something I wish I'd realized sooner. A good mat isn't just decoration, it's a quiet little housekeeper. And at our age, having something that cleans for us without us moving a muscle? That's gold. I'm talking about microfiber walk-off mats, the ones you place right inside the door, or even in the hallway. These mats have thousands of soft little fibers that grab onto dust, pet hair, crumbs, even moisture, every time you walk across them. You don't have to mop, you don't have to sweep, you just live your life, and the mat does its quiet magic. I have one right by the kitchen entrance. It catches all the bits from my shoes after gardening, and when the grandkids visit, I don't have to follow them with a broom. Once a week, I toss it in the wash, and it's good as new. It's like I always say, you don't clean the house just to make it look good. You do it so it loves you back. And this little mat, it loves you in return, every step you take. Now let's keep going. The next hack will change the way you think about toilet brushes. Yes, really. No splashes, no bending, no wrestling. Just smart, senior-friendly sparkle. Ready? Let's dive in. Hack 7. Multi-surface spray and standing wipe wand. Clean smarter, not all harder. I remember the days when cleaning meant getting down on my knees with a rag and a bucket, and I did it without thinking twice. But let's be honest. Nowadays, the knees don't bend like they used to, and getting back up is sometimes a whole performance. That's why I absolutely love this simple senior-friendly combo. A good all-purpose cleaning spray and a standing wipe wand. No crouching, no twisting, no crawling into corners. Just spray, swipe, and done. All from a comfortable standing position. The wand, which has a flat microfiber head, reaches under tables, across countertops, even behind the toilet. And the spray? One bottle that works on everything. Glass, tile, wood. No need to juggle 5 different cleaners or squint at tiny labels. A friend of mine, Ruth, swears by this combo. She keeps a set in the bathroom and one in the kitchen. She told me, I clean now the way I move. Slow, steady, standing tall. And that's what we're after, isn't it? Not spotless perfection, but comfort and care. You don't clean the house just to make it look good. You do it so it loves you back. And this hack? It's like giving your home a hug without breaking a sweat. Now that we've made wiping surfaces a breeze, let's tackle something we've all secretly dreaded. The toilet brush. Yes, there's a better way. And no, it doesn't involve rubber gloves or grimacing. Let's take a look. Hack 8. Mini cordless. Vacuum a wand. Clean as you go. Wherever you go. 2 foot. Back when I had a big upright vacuum, just the thought of dragging it out, plugging it in, and wrestling with the cord made me want to put cleaning off until next week, or the week after. But you know what changed everything for me? A little lightweight vacuum wand I can carry with one hand, no cord, no noise, no fuss. It's about the size of a rolling pin, but it's powerful enough to suck up crumbs, pet hair, and even dust bunnies hiding in corners. I keep mine right by the door. Just grab, click, and go. It's perfect for under the kitchen table after lunch, the entryway when someone tracks in dirt, or even that sneaky spot between the cushions on the recliner. One morning, my grandson spilled dry cereal all over the rug. Instead of sighing or fetching the big vacuum, I just reached for my mini wand, and 2 minutes later, it was like nothing ever happened. the less effort it takes to clean, the more likely we'll do it with a smile. And at this age, anything that saves our backs and our patience is worth its weight in gold. With small tools like this, we're not just cleaning, we're creating ease in our everyday lives. And speaking of ease, what if I told you even scrubbing the toilet doesn't have to be hard or messy anymore? Let's move to the next trick that might just make you smile. Hack 9. Floor wiping cloth with handle. Clean without losing balance. There was a time I'd get down on my knees to scrub a scuff mark off the floor. But let's be honest, getting down is one thing. Getting back up? That's a whole different challenge after 60. And slippery tiles don't exactly help our balance either. That's when I found a simple trick that made all the difference: attaching a microfiber cloth to the end of a mop stick, or even a sturdy cane, and using it to clean without bending or risking a fall. All you need is a lightweight stick or handle, and a cloth with clips or even rubber bands. I wrap it around tight, spray a little cleaner, and swipe away. Under the table, around the toilet base, corners where dust loves to hide. Done in seconds. And best of all, I can use the stick to steady myself while I clean. 2 birds, 1 stone, safe and sparkling. I remember showing this trick to my neighbor Joan. She said, "I always thought cleaning was either hard or sloppy. Turns out it can be smart." It reminded me, cleaning doesn't have to mean sacrifice. Not our knees, not our dignity, not our joy. When our tools work with our bodies, not against them, chores become gentler, more graceful. And speaking of grace, the next hack adds a little elegance to an everyday mess most of us dread. Let's take a look. Hack 10. Sponge and string. A gentle touch for low windows. You know those bottom window panes, the ones near the floor that somehow gather more smudges than the top ones? I used to dread cleaning them, getting down on all fours with a paper towel, stretching, slipping, knees aching by the second swipe. But here's a little trick I learned one rainy afternoon: a soft sponge tied to a string. It's as simple as it sounds. Take a good quality sponge, something gentle but absorbent, and tie a long string through it. Now you can gently lower it to reach base-level glass or even tricky sliding door tracks. You guide it with the string, swipe back and forth, and if you need to rinse, just dip it into a small bucket and repeat. No kneeling, no balancing act, just smooth low-glide cleaning. I showed this to my grandson once and he laughed, "Grandma, you MacGyvered a mop." And maybe I did. But let me tell you, it works. No more sore back, no more frustrated sighs over streaky glass. Here's a thought to take with you. When the method is kind, the task becomes lighter. It's not just about the cleaning, it's about treating yourself gently in the process. Now, let's move from ground level to something even sneakier: dust that loves to hide in motion. I've got just the thing for that coming up next. Hack 11. Essential oil spray, plus high-hung cloth. Freshness without fuss. You know that feeling when a house smells clean before you even see the floor? That gentle, fresh scent that makes you breathe a little deeper, relax a little more. For me, it all started with a simple spray bottle and a few drops of lavender oil. I keep a little bottle by the door, filled with water, a splash of white vinegar, and 5 to 6 drops of essential oil, sometimes citrus, sometimes eucalyptus, depending on the season. Every morning, I give the air a light mist, especially around doorways, near the trash bin, and over a soft microfiber cloth I've hung on a high hook near the window. That cloth quietly does double duty. It catches floating dust and spreads that soothing scent with every breeze. No bending, no scrubbing, just a calm, quiet freshness that fills the room. You see, a home isn't just about what's clean, it's about how it feels. And as I always say, You don't clean the house just to make it look good. You do it so it loves you back. And now that we've brought scent and softness into the space, let's talk about a cleaning helper that actually moves with you. Coming up next, one final, lazy little wonder you'll want to keep close at hand. Hack 12. A small pillow plus antibacterial wipes. Comfort meets clean. You'd be surprised how much peace can come from something as small as a pillow and a pack of wipes. Next to my favorite armchair, I keep a little tray. On it, a soft throw pillow that supports my lower back, and just beside it, a pack of antibacterial wipes. Not the harsh-smelling ones, just gentle, effective wipes that make it easy to freshen up without ever getting up. A quick swipe on the armrest, the remote, the door handle, or even my hands after reading the paper. It's the simplest way to keep things clean and comforting without standing or reaching. Especially during cold seasons, this habit gives me a sense of control. No marathon cleaning session needed. No risk of slipping in the bathroom trying to just wipe something down. It's right there within arm's reach. It reminds me, clean isn't about effort. It's about ease. A clean space should take care of you, not the other way around. And now that we've covered all 12 gentle tricks for a cleaner home with less strain, let's wrap it all up. Because what you're really gaining isn't just tidiness, it's freedom. Let's talk about that right now. So, my dear friend, here we are. We've just walked through 12 gentle cleaning hacks. None of them required scrubbing, bending, or breaking a sweat. Just small changes, little helpers, and thoughtful tweaks that respect your body and your time. From the long-handled trash wipe that saves your back, to that little pillow and wipes trick that keeps things fresh from the comfort of your chair. Each hack wasn't about being perfect, but about being kind to yourself. Because after 60, cleaning shouldn't feel like a punishment. It should feel like an act of care. For your home, yes, but more importantly, for you. Sometimes people ask me, why bother with all these small things? And I always smile and say, because little things become big things when done with love. You see, when your home feels light, fresh, and manageable, you feel that way too. A clear floor makes for a clearer mind. A clean doorknob can mean one less worry. And having the right tools in the right places, that's not laziness. That's wisdom. If even one of today's ideas made you go, hey, I could try that, then I'd say this video has done its job. And if you've got your own clever trick, something that makes your cleaning easier, softer, or even a little more fun, I'd love to hear it. Drop it in the comments. Let's learn from one another. After all, we've all picked up a few good ideas over the years, haven't we? And if you haven't already, I invite you to subscribe. This channel isn't just about cleaning. It's about living well, with less effort and more grace. We're a little community here of wise, kind, beautiful souls who are still growing, still laughing, and still learning what it means to take care of ourselves, one gentle moment at a time. So until next time, take care of your space, your heart, and yourself. You deserve that, always.